So let's start. Okay. So good evening. All good to go? Tadangama. Can we start? So guys, usual dialogue. I will keep my explanation in English, not explanation. It's the rapid revision, or you call it as marathon, whatever it is. Okay. It's a rapid recap. I won't be doing much of talking in detail. It's a rapid. Okay. So our exams are fast approaching. So essays, totally we have how many standards? Interla, how many standards are there? Standards together, we have 30. Starting with 200 series, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 plus SQC. Totally, come on, totally we have 30 standards. In that 500 series, we are not going to touch in this session. You remember what I said? Why? Because already 500 series we have revised. Okay, so let's touch other standards other than 500 series, right? Okay, so if you guys give me a green signal of promotion, we'll start. So can you? And I want your 100% support. So you guys have joined live. Okay, so take this time off, revision or to recap or whatever you call it, summary or whatever it is. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so good to go. Okay, so I'm just going as per your requirement. Okay, lastly I had asked you, so you said we will go in series flow rather than chapter flow. You said series flow, so we will start with which series? Come on, which series? We will start with 200 series. Okay, I will give you 1 minute rest after few standards. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so 200 to 299 deals with what? 200 series in the specialty. 200 series deals with auditors' basic principles and auditors' basic responsibilities. In that, what all are the essays you have to study? And keep on replying. You have essay 200 overall objective. Then you have essay 210 agreeing on the terms of engagement. Then you have essay 220 quality control. Now SQC is also there. Okay. Now you have essay 230 audit documentation. Okay. These two essays are interconnected. How? If a firm, CA firm, does not maintain proper documentation, quality control of the firm is poor. Now, after that, jumper, essay 260, communication with the TCWG. Then you have essay 260. 5. Internal control deficiencies you have to communicate. Then you have essay, more than one auditor. You call it as the joint audit, which is essay 299. Now, two essays, meaning, do you need to know in detail? No. Do you need to know? Yes. Two standards. Any guess? One is essay 240. 240 is what? 240 is fraud. And 250 is considerations of law and regulations. Okay. So these two essays will come here and there, like in bank audit chapter, etc. So this is the standards which you have to study in. In which series? 200 series, right? Which is spread across various chapters in ICI material. So if you are okay with it, can you say by saying 200? So let's rapidly revise 200. So let's say for every standard, can we put approximately how many minutes, guys, for every standards? 8 minutes, approximately 8 minutes we'll put. Let's see how the time goes. Okay, come on guys, start. Yes, it will be. Don't worry guys. Now you will fully concentrate only on whatever we are learning, and this will be given to you also later on for your revision before the exams. Okay. So right now you concentrate on the sessions, right? Okay. And I lost the flow. Essay, please. Guys, essay. 200. What is 200 name? 200 is overall objectives. And I've not written the entire name of independent auditor and conduct of audit in accordance with the standards on auditing. So this is the mother standard. Okay. Okay. So in this standard, what are the contents which is covered? First, definition, meaning of auditing, right? So what is auditing? Come on, when you see the dash, it should come to your mind. Okay. Rather than I'm just underlining a PDF, I've put a dash so that it will come into your mind. Auditing is an what examination? Independent examination of what? Financial information or financial statements of an entity, whether dash oriented or not, whether profit oriented or not, irrespective of whether it is small, big, irrespective of size or legal form. Now, what is the objective of auditing? Why? Objective. In fact, we are going to express an opinion. Opinion on what? We are going to express an opinion on. F is okay. Whether F shows what view? True and. Come on. True and fair view. And now, opinion can be in two types of framework. Can someone say opinion can be given in two types of framework? What are those two types of framework? It's also there in essay 700. Modified, unmodified is two types of opinion. I asked you two types of framework. Very good. It can be either fair presentation framework. And I didn't ask you types, guys. Fair presentation framework, or it can be compliance presentation framework. We learn in essay 700 also. Ada, with your permission, since it is a revision, can I club entire subject from 200 till 700? Okay. You guys said two types of opinion, modified, unmodified. Then someone said general and specific, that is users. I asked you two types of framework. And I'm keeping the explanation in English so that keyword will go in mind. Our exams are in English, okay? I can easily explain in Malayalam or Tamil. Vanda. Okay. Fine. But so what assurance are you giving me? What assurance are you giving me? I'm giving a reasonable assurance that FS has no material misstatement. Always it comes together due to fraud or error. Reasonable assurance means it's a high level of assurance, right? But it's not a guarantee. Now, financials, as an auditor, you are stating in your report, your objective is to state that financials are prepared in all material aspects as per AFRF. AFRF is something which is prescribed by law. Okay. So we have covered meaning of auditing, definition, objective of auditing. Now coming to the scope of auditing. Scope. Okay. Scope means coverage. Coverage. As an auditor, what you are supposed to do? First and foremost, coverage of all the aspects. What aspects? We are supposed to cover financial aspects. Now, While you're covering the financial aspect, you should obtain sufficient and reliable audit evidence. 500 series, you will obtain relevant, sufficient, appropriate, reliable audit evidence, where you will check the disclosures in FS. If all goes well, you will express the opinion. That's the flow. Coverage, obtain evidence, whether FS shows all disclosure, express the opinion. So that's the scope of auditing. Finally, ILA. What is ILA? Inherent limitations of auditing. I will ask you, and my kids, come on, Chelno, come on, Pillare, you guys will say. Biases will come from management, judgment of management, internal control, uncertain business, collusion among the employees. This is called as nature of financial reporting. Okay. Second, audit mainly happens on a test basis, sampling. Prima facie evidence only we will collect, not a conclusive. There are legal and practical limitations for audit. We can't put a case against management. Fraud may be deeply laid, etc. So this is nature of audit procedure. AP. Now, audit is not an, come on, we are not CBI. Audit is not an investigation. Audit happens after a gap. So by that time, value of information would have diminished. So dash of audit. What of audit? Timeliness of audit. Now, as an auditor, we have to check going concern. Going concern, we are concerned with the future events. Okay, but dash cannot be predicted. We cannot predict the future. So with that, we have finished essay 200. Set. Okay. So guys, after every essays, every standards, you will take 1 minute off. Off means you just go through and you revise, and then what you do, take a sip of water. Complan or boost, that's fine. After 1 minute sharp, you will put 210. That's the next standard. Okay. I will share this video with you. Don't worry. Kartika, video will be shared. So guys, come on. All good? Okay. So guys, let me say, most probably this will be the last session, okay? So keep supporting. Those who are watching live also. Let's see. Liana, I will just say. So can we go to 210, guys? Okay. So can we go to 210? Yes, 210. Essay 210. Agreeing on the dash of engagement, agreeing on the what? Agreeing on the terms of engagement, terms. Okay, so before you accept the audit, auditor will give up. It's called as the engagement letter. What is the objective of this engagement letter? Can you say? To establish the dash for accepting an audit. To establish the, very good, to establish the preconditions for accepting an audit. Why? If you did not give an engagement letter, clash. So one of the objective is to have a common understanding between auditor and management. So to establish precondition, to have a common understanding. Right. Now, what are the preconditions for accepting the audit? Okay, we said preconditions. What are those preconditions? But without these preconditions, you can't even do the audit. You can't accept the audit. And what are the preconditions? 1. Determine if dash is acceptable. What is acceptable? A, F or F. Very important. Second, now don't trust management. Obtain an agreement from management regarding their responsibilities. What? First, they will prepare and present FS as per AFRF. There is a difference. Here also we said AFRF. Here also we are saying AFRF. There is a difference. There we said whether the AFRF is acceptable. Here we are saying whether they have prepared FS as per AFRF. And you're obtaining an agreement. Okay. Whether management has designed and maintained what? Internal control system. Now, provide to the auditor access to books, information, people. Why do you want access to people? To do enquiry. Even after you are completing the audit, towards audit completion, you will obtain written representation as per SA 580. All these things are provided to the auditor. So all these are the preconditions for accepting the audit. Clear? But if clear, okay, I have to ask you a few questions. Okay. In fact, I have to ask you 6 questions. I'm not going to write. Basically, I'm going to ask. Will you reply? 1. What if preconditions are not established? All these preconditions are not established. Then what auditor will do? Do not accept unless required by law. Required by L&R, laws and regulation. Second, there is a limitation before acceptance of audit. There is a huge limitations before acceptance of audit. Can I accept the audit? Answer is, a safeguard is not this case. Safeguard is where, that is when there is a threat. This is not the case. Limitation means you may accept. However, if limitation would arise in issuance of what opinion? Disclaimer, then again, do not accept the audit. Meaning, I will explain in Malayalam and in Tamil. ചെറിയ ലിമിറ്റേഷൻ ആണെങ്കിൽ അക്സെപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തോ, വലുതാണെങ്കിൽ അക്സെപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യരുത്, ഡിസ്ക്ലെയിമർ കൊടുക്കേണ്ടി വരും. കുട്ടി ലിമിറ്റേഷൻ അക്സെപ്റ്റ് പണിക്കോങ്ക, we can perform alternative. Persona do not accept. Why you would give disclaimer? Right? Can you revise the terms? Engagement letter has the terms. Can you revise? Yes. If there is RJ. RJ? Yo-yo. What is RJ, yaar? Come on. It's not. Come on. Reasonable justification. Like, they are saying 3 cases. Like there are misunderstanding, changes in situation, there is some restriction. Okay. They say 3 cases. I'm not writing 3 cases. Once you revised, will you refer to the original terms or original procedures? Answer is, you should not. If you can't revise the terms, and management is not allowing you to continue, what will you do? You can't revise. They are not allowing you to continue. Say ta-ta. What you will do? You will withdraw. In case of recurring audits, we were the auditor of last year, we were the auditor of current year. Should you give the terms again and again? Answer is not required, except, okay, in cases where to remind the management. There are 8 or 9 cases like changes in senior management, significant changes in ownership. Kuta Nakshatra, there is a change in what you said. If it is a small change in ownership, no need. Significant change in ownership, say significant. Okay. How many contents for engagement letter? 5 contents. Flower, what we are going to do? Scope and objective. Scope and objective. Responsibilities of management, responsibilities of auditor. Then FS is prepared as per AFRS, auditors report form and content. Okay, finally, if terms are already prescribed in law, do you need to give the engagement letter again? Answer is law overrides, no. So answer is no, but you will obtain an you will obtain an acknowledgement from management that they understand the terms in law. So guys, let me put a disclaimer first itself. I should have told in the beginning, but let me say now, please, this is only a marathon or this is only a rapid recap. This is not a class, okay? So please keep in mind. So I will be fast. I will be only summarizing. It's not teaching. I hope you guys are following. May I have a reply from you? Okay. So guys, 1 minute. After that, I wanted you to say, what's the next one? 220, yeah? Sure. Uh, The session plan is 3 hours. Let's see how it goes. Because I have around 19-20 standards. I don't know how much we can cover, but let's see how much we can do in 3 hours, right? Yes, Nakshatra, till now, whatever sessions we have done, we say we'll cover, but 99% we have covered everything we have planned, right? Okay. Guys, 15 seconds more. After that, please say once more 220. Uh, 220 has an elder brother. You guys know that? 220 has an elder brother. Elder. Huh. SQC1. Who are? You didn't know? Arey guys, SQC is the elder brother. Now, I'm not going to take SQC, but what we'll do is we will have a difference, or we will sum up the difference between SQC and 220, right? Wait. Okay. Start. See guys, SQC and SA220. Okay. same genesis, same parents. May I know what is the similarity? Both SQC and SA220 both deals with correct. Both deals with quality control, QC. Meaning P. Policies and procedures. So why two standards? What's the difference? SQC is at dash level. What level? SQC is at the what level? Firm level. You know, entire firm's quality control, CA firms. Whereas SA220 is engagement level, specific. You know SQC1's name? Quality control for firm that provide audit, review of historical financial assurance and other related service engagement. Meaning SQC is applicable for audit, review, assurance and related services. I'm talking about SQC. Whereas SA is applicable for which alone? Audit alone. SA. At our last MTP discussion, we discussed this, you remember? Now, which is said to be specific for that audit quality? SA is specific. Why? It is for an audit. Whereas SQC is the entire firm. So this is said to be more general. Now, to sum up, SA220 is implementation of SQC1. So did you have the understanding of difference and similarity between these two? So I'm not going to touch SQC1 now because we have dealt the difference. I'm going to revise, or we are going to revise only 220. Okay. So can we proceed? I've lost the flow. Oh. Which standard? 220. 230, we will go after we are revising 220 because this is not sufficient, right? We will go one more step in detail, 220. 220. NAM. What is a NAM? NAM means what is a name? Come on, name. Quality control for an audit of FS. You saw specific. We said no, this is specific engagement level for the audit. Now, start. What is the objective of this particular standard? To implement. We just said no. To implement quality control at dash level. Once you know the difference, it's very easy. Quality control at what level? Engagement level. That provides. Even if a firm or an audit is having quality control, we can give only a reasonable assurance that audit complies with the, very good, legal, regulatory, and one more, professional standards. Plus, output of audit. Audit report is appropriate. So there are 3 persons involved, guys. There are 3 persons, people involved, persons involved, 3 persons. Who are the 3 persons? I've put the short form. First one is the EP. EP, engagement partner. Engagement partner is the person who acts and signs on behalf of the firm. Okay. Now, ET is the engagement T, meaning the personnel who conducts the audit. Now, if it is a listed entity, one more person will come, who you call him as the EQCR. Full form, please. Engagement Quality Control Reviewer. But that person will come only for the audit of which entity? Listed entity. So guys, usual audit 2 level. Engagement team, engagement partner. Listed entity 3 level. Engagement team, engagement quality control reviewer, engagement partner. Now, who will be held solely responsible? Come on. Engagement partner. So he has to review, he has to direct and supervise, he has to review the significant finding, he has to exercise due care and diligence, because finally food and accommodation, I mean jail, fine penalties for the engagement partner. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Ask me what happened. Put a question mark. No. Oh. You didn't know? There is a differences of opinion between engagement partner and engagement quality control reviewer. Enna pannuve? What will you do? In the cheyum, what will you do? If there is a differences of opinion between these two guys, I'm sorry, between engagement partner and engagement quality reviewer, it will be resolved as per firms, policies and procedures. That policies and procedure may be legal action, etc. Now, in case of a difficult and contentious matter, contentious means controversial matter, engagement team, engagement partner, even EQCR, they cannot arrive at a solution. They don't have that, they cannot arrive. They can't. Then what will you do? You will call for a consultation of expert. So entire SQC and 220 was talking about quality control. So how many elements for quality control, guys? 6 elements. So just imagine a client is coming. Whether to accept and continue the client relationship. While you accept and continue client relationship, you have to see 4 things. What are those 4 things? There are 4 things. What are those 4 things? Integrity of client, engagement team's competence, capability, then significant matters, then ethical requirements. Then you will assign the team. Team should be CC, not credit card, competent and capable. Then you will see the ethical requirement, identify threat, safeguard, appropriate action, leadership. Who will be the leader? Engagement partner. Monitor whether quality control is adequate, operating effectively, relevant. But one point I missed out. Leader will monitor whose performance? Engagement team's performance. He will direct, supervise, review. So in SQC also, similar 6 points are there, but inside contents is little different. Similar points, not the exact points. Assignment of team is different. It is human resources in SQC. So guys, how's things going? It's been 35 minutes. We have finished 4 standard, including SQC. Put a smiley, no? Chirikeda, smile pannunga, smile. Okay. So, yes. Again, take rest. After completing 200 series, 5 minutes rest I will give you. Okay. The target is 19 to 20 standards, okay, in 3 hours. Let's see. So what is the next standard, by the way? 230, yeah? Okay. In fact, 230 is a separate chapter, chapter 6, audit documentation. So 20 seconds more, take rest and say ready. Non ready. Neenga ready? Let me know by putting Ara. Okay. So can we start? Okay. Eda, just a request. Those who are typing in Q&A, can you type in the chat box? Okay, come back to business. Essay 230. What is essay 230? 230 is audit documentation. Okay. Audit documentation, in other words, you call it as work in the paper, working paper. Okay. Actually, it has a link with the, indirectly, it has a link with the SQC. May I know why? If a firm is not maintaining proper documentation, it shows quality control is weak. Plus, it also says about the ownership. Okay. Now start. What? What is audit documentation? Audit documentation is the what you did, what you got, what you arrived at. What you did, audit procedures performed. What you obtained, audit evidence obtained. What you arrived at, audit conclusions arrived. It can be maintained in paper form, electronic, or any other media. Right. So this standard speaks about specific requirements or general requirements. Tell me. Correct. This standard speaks about general requirements. Now, guys, materiality. In which standard they say materiality should be documented, performance materiality should be documented. That is in essay 320. So that's why this standard is said to be general documentation. Materiality is documented in 320. A related party is documented in 550. Okay. Now, what is the objective of this essay? This essay deals with scope and objective. Auditor's responsibility to maintain audit documentation. So, audit documentation provides evidence that audit was dash and dash as per the relevant requirements. Audit was planned and performed as per the relevant requirements. Not only that, provides evidence of achievement of overall objectives, meaning audit report. Are we clear? Okay, guys. Okay. So that's about the objective. Types. In an audit itself, an engagement may have more than one folder. All the folders relating to an engagement, you call it as audit file. Summary file for large and complex audit, you call it as summary file for large and complex audit, you call it as completion memoranda. Audit completion memoranda. I'll write it as completion memoranda. Even audit notebook is there, which is the query book. Right. Now, guys, I feel like asking few questions. Can I ask you? Now, I'm not writing, I'm asking you. Okay. What is the purpose of maintaining audit documentation? User, purpose, user. First, to enable the team to plan and perform the audit. Plan and perform. Then, for dash reference. What reference? For future reference. Then, to make them what? Accountable. Very good. Then, to direct and supervise the team. Anything else? To make the, very good, external inspection. And one more point is there. Also, not only external, ICA can conduct peer review, quality review. Very good. Now, form and content of audit documentation. I just think, no, Infosys documentation. And look, that small company you saw behind the door. Will the documentation be the same? No. Form and content of documentation depends upon certain factors. What are those? It depends upon the nature and size of the entity, audit procedures to be performed, risk of material misstatements, significance of evidence obtained, exceptions identified. What else? Need to document. But one thing I left off. Very good. Audit methods and tools. CAT, computer assisted audit technique. Right. Assembly of audit file. Assembly. We remember about our schools, no? Assembly of audit file. It should be done. You guys are saying 60 days, but before that, it should be done on a timely basis. It should be done as and when it takes place. Maximum 60 days. Okay. It can be done along with the audit also. Okay. It's only a dash process. It's only an what process? Administrative process. No new procedure, no new conclusion. The last MTP we discussed. However, there can be few changes such as, tell me, since we discussed, I'm not saying again. Deletion, addition, sorting, signing. You remember that? That can be done. Okay. But whose property? Auditor. Can you disclose it to the client? Yes, at your discretion. Only the extract. Can you disclose it to third party? No. Unless client consent or required by law. If not, you are violating dash. Confidentiality. How many years you should retain? 7 years or 8 years? Are you sure 7 years? 7 years. Not less than 7 years. Guruji, lock. Correct. 7 years. Correct. Finally, will you document each and every matter? No, it's 7 years only, don't worry. No, you will document only significant matters. Can you say examples of significant matters? Like risky matter, difficult. Any discussions with the TCWG? I think this also we discuss in some RTP. With that. Yeah. Very good. Who's this saying all the things we discussed in class? Okay. With that, essay 230 is done. After each standard, very good, Kuta. I'm really happy that you guys are saying this, and when you guys are saying something which I am not even asking, I feel so happy that you guys have watched the lectures and coming back and saying, without even me asking, can't you give me a smiley? Oh. At times I feel like I asked you some moon or sun to bring. I just asked you a smiley, alle. Sure. Yes. And those who are watching live, I'm seeing your chat, okay? Any doubt, let me know. So 230. 240 is fraud. 250 is laws and regulations. Both these standards are not there in syllabus as such. Just know that. So next standard is 260, 265. Both we will finish off fast. Okay. So 30 seconds more. After that, let me know by saying 260. Yeah, 260. Actually, 260 and 265 is again like brother and sister. Same parents, similar. Okay. 15 seconds more. Let me know by saying ready. Ready? Right. So 260 and 265. What's the... okay, I'll ask you like this. What's a similarity? Can you say first the similarity? Both deals with communication. By whom? By auditor. Now, what is the difference between these two? Okay. 260 is basically general. Why? Because here we are communicating any significant matter. And what if it is a most significant matter? Which essay will come? Ma'am, you are in 200. Why did you jump to 700? I will jump. Not 706 Abhinaya, it is 701. Key audit matter. So here you are communicating only with the TCWG. Whereas in 265, it is very specific. You are communicating deficiencies in where internal control. Since it is internal control, both the TCWG and the management is there. Got the point? Okay. So we will spend 5 minutes for 260, 5 minutes for 265. Okay, is that okay? 5 minutes enough. So if this is clear, Can we go to 260? Already we have said, no, 5 minutes. Pogalama, can we proceed? Okay. At 265 has a link with essay 701. You understand that? Key audit matters are selected from TCWG communicated matters. Most significant is selected from significant matters, right? So now we are in 260. Name, please. Communication with those charged with the governance. Now, just think in a flow, okay? What is the objective of this essay? Objective. First, auditor will communicate with TCWG. Hey, TCWG, I'm the auditor. This is what I'm going to do. My responsibility. Auditor's responsibility. His planned scope, timing of audit, and also dash matters. Most significant is to users. What matter? Significant matter. Okay. Significant matter we can write also below. Okay. Planned scope, timing of audit. Planned scope you will write here and timing of audit. Okay. Now, from TCWG, you will obtain what? Obtain from TCWG information relevant to the audit. First, we said our objective, scope, responsibility, audit timing. They will give us the information. From the information, you will communicate significant observation to TCWG. Now, TCWG will give reply. We will reply to them. Effective two-way communication. Meaning, TCWG and auditor will have a constructive relationship. But you have to maintain your independence. Independence and objectivity should be maintained. Don't be biased. Don't be biased, okay? All these things, somewhere else, it will come. You remember auditor's responsibility para in audit report? You remember that? SA 700? There also all these things you will say. We have communicated with TCWG auditors, responsibility, plan, scope. Same contents, these contents you will say. So this is objective of essay. Now, can you say few examples of significant matter? Examples of significant matter which you communicate with TCWG. Any examples? Qualitative aspects of accounting. Related party will come, but fraud will come, but we will come in the flow. Significant aspects of accounting practices, such as accounting estimates. And always this word comes together. Significant aspects of accounting practices, such as accounting estimate, accounting policies, accounting judgments. Then, significant, we couldn't do difficulties. We asked, they did not provide. What? Written representation. Form and content of my audit report. Any other significant matter? Now, guys, in any other significant matter, all the example which she said, you can write there. Any other significant matter? Like fraud, she was saying, no, related party, transaction outside normal course of business. Okay. But my flow went. These are the examples of what matter? Your flow way. These are the examples of significant matter. These matter. Now, if it is listed entity audit, you have to communicate something more with the TCWG. Can I have your reply? What more you will communicate? You have to communicate the independence requirement, whether there is any threat. If there is threat, you have safeguarded. And how the communication process, whether it should be writing or it should be oral or it can be both. See, I'm saying both. You know why? Don't write both for the exam. How you have to write? Or documentary if oral is not sufficient. Documentary if oral is not sufficient. Now, how to communicate? It depends upon APJ. Of course, Abdul Kalam sir, but still, auditor's professional judgment and it depends upon circumstances. Auditor should document even oral communication. The 260 has link to 701 and SA 700. And are we clear? Are we following? May I have your reply? Okay. So take rest only for 30 seconds. You know why? Only 2 more standards. Okay. For those people who have joined in between, let me say this is essay marathon. Okay. For the September 24 attempt or whatever attempt it is essay marathon where we will cover CA Inter. Okay. Marathon for your exams. All standards we are trying to cover except 500 series. Ma'am, why not 500? There's a separate video for 500 series alone. I'm asking you which is the next essay and you are asking me what happened, ma'am. Oh. Next, come on, 265. 265. Oh, no. I was just acting out. Come on. Can we go to 265? Come on. Life is a race. Run. Why like this? Okay. Essay 265. Communicating deficiencies in internal control with TCWG and management. And may I know why these two guys are sitting over here? See, if it is a significant deficiency, you will communicate with TCWG. If it is IC deficiencies, other than significant, okay, you will communicate with management. In fact, here we are talking about 3 types of deficiencies. First is IC deficiency. Do you remember the definition? One, IC is there, but not working effectively. Actually, that's not the word. Internal control is designed, implemented, and maintained in such a way that it is not detecting, preventing, or correcting misstatements on a timely basis. Meaning, in one word, inadequate. Or internal control necessary to detect, prevent, correct misstatement is absent, missing. This is IC deficiency. Now, a deficiency or combination of deficiencies that merits attention of TCWG. That is called as significant deficiency. Okay. Now, if this deficiency mainly arises in a material misstatement, some fraud or error in FS because of this, now this becomes a very good. Now it becomes material weakness. Very good. Okay. These are the terms. Internal control deficiency, significant deficiency, material weakness. Now, say there is a procedure. Okay. Procedure as such. Procedure. Okay. Or I will write the responsibility. So what is the first point? Auditor has to perform. Can I say he has to perform audit procedure? Through the procedure, auditor will obtain audit evidence about deficiencies. From audit evidence, if he thinks it is a significant deficiency, then you will communicate with TCWG. If not, you will communicate with management. Now, for communicating, you have something called as LOW, LOW, letter of weakness. In that, you will say, what you will say? You will describe the deficiency. You will give the information about the deficiency, evidence about the deficiency. You will say, we are only expressing opinion on FS. We are not expressing opinion on IC. These are only deficiencies identified by us in audit. And guys, I'm not saying, I'm just giving you examples. There are examples of significant deficiencies and indicators of significant deficiencies. Root goes to SA 315. LOW is letter of weakness. No, not here, Nakshatra. Here we are communicating what we have found. No. Anything else came to your mind when you heard about this essay? 143.1. Not 143.1, 143.3 clause I. But we have 143 also to study in auditing. IFC, Internal Financial Control Reporting. Do you remember this? Auditor should state in auditor's report whether internal controls affecting financial statements are in place and operating effectively. Okay, this you are reporting to the users, I mean to the shareholders. Whereas this internal control, you are reporting to management and TCWG. Is my link to company audit clear? If Companies Act internal control, then 143.3. If it is SA, it is this. Other users, shareholder. This is TCWG management. And I'm going to wind up in 1 minute. Can I ask you a question? Are you going to communicate only with TCWG? No. Both management and TCWG, if it is significant. Why are you going to identify deficiency? Wherever deficiency is there, risk. If it is risk, you will perform more nature, timing, extent of audit procedure. Are we going to express opinion on IC? No. Are you going to identify all IC deficiency? No. Only IC deficiency which affects financial reporting or audit. Can we communicate other deficiency other than affecting audit and financial? Answer is you may. me. Guys, take rest for 1 minute. After the 1 minute, last essay in 200 series. 299. After that, I will give you 5 minutes rest. Right? Okay? I know you guys need rest. So after this 1 minute, put 299. After that, 5 minutes break I will give you. But I don't know whether I can give you dinner break, etc. Because before 10 o'clock, I have to finish off. So guys, can you cooperate, please? So at 10 o'clock, I have something else. So before that, I have to finish off. Okay. So yeah, 5 minutes rest I'll give you. So 30 seconds more. After that, can you put 299? Something which I have to think. Idang Kartika. I'll update you. So right now, what we are supposed to do? Can we go to 299? Okay. So be it's like that, Kuta. Okay. So can we go? And by the way, which standard was it? Essay. 299. What was 299? That's joint audit, right? Okay, joint audit of FS. Okay. So what is joint audit? When more than one auditor is appointed to conduct the audit jointly with an objective to give the audit report jointly. Okay, and a reply to what I'm asking. 3 auditors are appointed, assume. Will they give 3 engagement letter or common engagement letter? I'm asking you engagement letter. It's only one auditor. So they will give you common engagement letter. ELS engagement letter. Will they obtain one management letter? MRLS management representation letter. Management representation letter. Will they obtain common or 3 separate management representation letter? See, Subhi, okay. See, guys, you have to understand there is only one management, there is only one FS, there is only one terms. So again, they will obtain a common management representation. Maybe 3 copies they will get. The audit strategy, audit plan, essay. That's the next essay which we are going to study. 300. Who will establish audit strategy? Strategy is what to do. Joint auditors will jointly establish what to do. Planning is how to do. How to do. Who will plan? Engagement partners and key engagement team. Remember engagement partner, engagement team, essay 220. How work will be allocated among the joint auditors? In our example, 3 were there. Will management do or joint auditors will mutually discuss? Yes, mutually discuss. And it can be based on area. It can be based on period. Area period. One thing I left off, FS. Okay. Then one more is there. They will also prepare a work allocation document to avoid confusion and misunderstanding. Now, how they will assess the risk? I'll say in Malayalam and Tamil, അവരവർക്ക് കൊടുത്തത് അവരവര്. Common area എല്ലാരും. അവങ്ങൾക്ക് കൊടുത്ത അവങ്ക പാപ്പാങ്ക, others full. I'll say in English, risk assessment. For their allocated area, they will individually assess the risk. For other area, they will assess the risk jointly and severally. But a risk assessment, essay. Okay. So, can I have a continue message from you? Okay, responsibility. And here we are talking about two responsibility. Okay. One is they will be held individually responsible. Usually we say solely, here they say individually responsible. For which area? Joint auditors will be held individually responsible for the what area? Allocated or divided area, including to decide the audit procedure. Now, they will be held jointly and jointly and severally responsible for which area, you know? Undivided area. Say, for example, notes to accounts. Nature, timing, and extent of audit procedure in undivided area. Matters brought to notice of other joint auditors by one of them. Whether FS complies with AFRF. Whether FS is prepared as per law. Whether audit report is given as per essays and pronouncements. That's regarding responsibility. But how many report they will give if they are in agreement? All are in agreement. How many report? They will give a common report signed by one or all? All. Including UDIT. Disagreement. Will they be bound by majority? No. They will give a separate report with dash para. Other matter para. Other matter para. Essay. 7-0. Sharanya, Aishwarya, 706. Can you rely on the work of other joint auditors? Yeah. Can you review the work of other joint auditors? No. Review, yeah. Rely, review, you can't. Rely, yes. Review, no. Rely, yes. You're signing, no. Even others work. So, rely, yeah. You can't review. So, that screen went running, huh? So, with that, with that, we have done Danadan with respect to essay with series 200. How many standard we completed? 1, 200, 210, 220, 5, 6, 7. This also we did. 8 standard. Totally our target is 19, 20. 12 more standard is there. Let's see how it goes. Are we clear with this? How is the Josh? How is the Josh? Come on, come on, come on. Will you guys do law of diminishing marginal utility? No. Okay, at a sharp 5th minute, I will start. Okay, 5th minute. So 4 minutes you can take rest. Okay, 4 minutes sharp. 5th minute I will start. Okay. Now don't run to the kitchen, have food. Okay, you may. Okay, I don't know. So what else? What news? So let's talk something other than essay. Dinner, yeah, you can eat snacks. Yes, you can. Eating, who knows? So guys, and what to have a video. I have a video with me. Video means what to say. But it's a Malayalam video. I don't know whether you guys will understand Malayalam. It's a video which I got from a group. I don't know whether I can, it's a group only. So it's there in Insta, YouTube, etc. So I got it from a group. You want me to show that? Or you want me to talk? Hmm. Tips, sir. Lot of tips I've given. So what more tips? A lot of things I've given you the tips again. There are a few people who have asked me where is the 500 series video. But you guys got the big list of YouTube playlist? YouTube playlist? Yes. In that I've put everything sorted out. So in that you can just go and click whichever is, even this I will add it. Okay. So what I was saying, and I lost the flow now. So those who didn't get it, I will add it in the description, okay? So don't worry, I will add it in the description. Someone asked me. Oh, about the video, huh? It's a video which I got from the group. It's there in Insta. I think it should be there. You want to see that? I got it from a group. You want? But it's Malayalam, but I don't know whether you guys will understand. Will you understand Malayalam, all of you? How the exams will be. Okay, so I will pause that video and now I'll talk. As I told you in the last session, whatever is the thing, think that exams will be. Ada, the last session, I think we talked about this. Then what we will think our exams will be. Others who are there in the last session, we will think that our exams will be tough. Okay. And we will approach the paper also like that. So don't think, okay, it will be easy, because maybe if it is little bit on a tougher side, നമുക്ക് shock ആയിരിക്കും. Like you may be like taken back. So think that it will be tough and then you go. Who asked me? Kartika? That's how I used to go when I used to write. I'm sorry, okay? No time to show the video. So maybe in the next break I can. Only 1 more minute. CA foundation? Ah. On the way to kitchen. Someone go and see the YouTube chat. Kartika, yes. I will say in the essay 3:30. So guys, time up. Ring, 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 ring. What you call? Go back to seats, assemble. School. Please assemble back. So guys, where are we going? Okay. So guys, which series are we starting? 300, 499 series. It goes like that, okay? 300 to 499 series. How many standards are there? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 standards. 300 planning. 315 risk assessment. I will jump. No. I will jump. 330 is responses to risk. I will jump. 320 is materiality. Finally, 450 is evaluate. So these are the 5 standards which are there in 300, 499 series, right? So if all clear. But are those people who wanted a detailed video? Others, I know few people who have attended. We have done a detailed video on 315, 330 and 450. Please go and check back. This is only a rapid revision. Okay. Now we are calling in marathon. Okay. So can we go to 315? No, 330. Which one? We'll go in the order. 300 will start. Okay. So give me a start. Okay, order. Okay, order. Okay, 300. May I know the name of essay? 300. 300 is planning an audit of FS. Planning process or planning elements is divided into 2 steps. First, P. Preliminary engagement activity. In fact, wait, I will come back. What are the 3 steps in preliminary engagement activity? Eda, a client comes. Look, through that door, a client comes. Whether to dash and dash him. Acceptance and continuation of client relationship. Which essay comes to your mind? Which essay? 220 and SQC. 4 points, integrity, significant matter, etc. Okay, we have accepted him. Whether we can comply with dash requirements. Ethical requirement, integrity, objectivity, confidentiality, professional behavior, and I lost one. Professional competence, not skepticism. Now, you accepted, ethical you can follow, then give him the letter, no, agreement on terms of engagement. Engagement, essay, 210. So basically, this is chapter 11. I mean, already we have covered in 200. Now, all these 3 things together, you call it as PEA, preliminary engagement activity, preliminary. Now you have accepted ethical requirement is followed, engagement letter is given. Now you will start the planning process. In planning, first you will establish audit. Audit strategy. Audit strategy in layman's language, it is what to do. Don't write what to do. Okay. And from that, you will develop the audit plan. Plan is how to do. Okay. Now, strategy, you decide on 3 things. What are those 3 things you establish in the strategy? Scope. Direction. One more word. Time. Now, here you decide on nature, timing, and extent of. Very good. Resources. Yes. Nature of resources means what? Nature. In the term, what type? Nature. Nature means, can you explain what? Nature means what? What type of resources? Specific resources. Timing means when. Extent means amount. And then you have to organize and manage these resources. Now, once you decide the strategy, you have to keep in mind 5 things. I'll just give you the clue. Can you help me out? How many branches this company has? What is the AFRF? First, characteristics of the engagement. Timetable, with whom you have to communicate. Reporting objectives. Then, how much team? Very good. Team's effort. Now, this we said, nature, timing, and extent of resources. Finally, results of P. Preliminary engagement activity, like risk. Now, we have developed the strategy, what to do. From that, you will develop, and once you have developed what to do, from that, you will develop the strategy over plan. Plan or strategy, which is more detailed. Plan is said to be more detailed, right? Okay. Now, why do you plan, guys, to conduct the audit in a dash, dash, dash manner? Effective, efficient, timely manner. In planning, you decide on nature, timing, and extent of audit procedure. Come on, guys. When you say about the procedure, FAP, risk assessment procedure, FAP, further audit procedure, and other planned procedure. Now, there is a word, no? Planning is not a dash phase. Planning is not a discrete phase. Rather, it is a iterative and, come on, iterative and continuous process which begins immediately on continuation of previous year audit, continues till completion of current year audit. Now, is there any correlation between strategy and plan? Both are closely interrelated. Why? Change in one would result in change in another. Now, I want to ask you 2 things. I'm not writing. Can I ask you? Factors in planning, guys. Like you have to see 4 factors. 4 NOS. 4 factors. Not size kuta. Accounting system, internal control, proper coordination. You remember those factors? nature, timing, extent of procedure. Then what is the purpose or what are the advantages of planning? To select the team. Once you've selected, flow, organize the team, direct and supervise, then you'll coordinate, timely manner, attention to important area. Correct. Last question. Do we need to communicate plan to management? Ada, you need to communicate. You have to discuss your plan. Haditya, sorry. You have to. Otherwise, they will not cooperate with you. You have to discuss. In which stage you will involve your team also? Is it in strategy or is it in plan? That we discussed in this essay also, see? In planning. But I said 300 is over, but in chapter 2, one more step was there. 300 is over. So I'm not going in detail, I'll just say audit program. What is audit program? I'm not going in detail. Audit program is the step-by-step procedure. Okay. Yes. So with that, I say 300 is one smiley. Take rest for 1 minute. No, you need their support, no, while you're planning, while you're conducting the audit. So that's why you have to discuss with them, or how you are doing and what you are doing. That's it. And I'm just saying once more, 330 and 315 we will do parallelly. One after the another, because both are twins. Detailed discussion video is there. Okay, for those who want, you can watch out that. Tired, guys? No reply. Come on, guys. Come on, Aishwarya, go and have little boost, Horlicks, Complan. We have reached till 300. 315. Halfway done. Halfway over. I don't want to discuss in 2 sessions because one day your studies is taken by me. So yeah, why? So 3 hours if we can finish off maximum. That's why. I don't delay. So 15 seconds, in that say 315. Kartika will go, that's in the end. Come on, guys. 315. It's very easy to give up, guys. But we guys are unstoppable. Left para. Very easy. Anyone can give up. But we should not give up. We guys are unstoppables. If you want, I'll play that song after these 2 essays. Okay? Come on. But I can't play this song right now because already YouTube is going. That's why. Okay. So yes, 315. Identifying and assessing. Risk of material misstatement through understanding entity and its environment. Here you are supposed to understand three things. Already we said two things. Entity, environment, one more. Internal control system. Risk assessment will happen in two levels. Risk can be either with respect to overall FS or it can be assertion level. Can I write short form? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Account balance, class of transaction, disclosure. Account balance is balance sheet. Class of transaction is P&L. D is disclosure. Both you have to assess. See, this risk can be either qualitative or it can be quantitative. To assess the risk, you have to perform which procedure? Very good. You have to perform risk assessment procedure. How will you perform risk assessment procedure? Inquiry, observation, inspection. One thing I left off. Very good. Analytical procedure. 520. A transaction outside normal course of business, fraud, all these are examples of dash risk. Significant risk. Risk assessment is a matter of auditor's professional judgment. We are saying about risk. Here we are talking about audit risk or client risk. Last session also we discussed in MTP. Audit risk does not include, you remember I'm not repeating in writing, business risk varilla, it won't come. FS are not misstated, but we express inappropriate opinion. It won't come. Then one more thing we said, no, adverse publicity, it won't come. Okay, so what is audit risk? Risk of expressing an what opinion? Inappropriate opinion when FS are materially misstated. So these two conditions are inappropriate opinion and materially misstated, both should come. So audit risk has how many elements, guys? I'm asking you, audit risk has how many elements? Nakshatra? You, why all are saying 2? But it's not 2, 3. Inherent risk, control risk, detection risk, 3. Multiply. Detection risk is again divided into 2. It can be either sampling risk or non-sampling risk. Inherent risk is susceptible risk. Control risk because of weakness in control. Detection risk is audit procedure is not detecting. Now, risk of material misstatement. Wrong. Chances of misstatement has two components. IR and CR. Internal control has how many elements? 5. And those who have attended the class. Crimi. Control environment, risk assessment procedure, information system, monitoring, entities, control, activity. Sad, guys. എന്തെന്ന് ചോദിക്കൂ mean, ask me, ennachu. Sure. That guys, in this essay, what were we doing? Unless you guys ask me why you should have all the fun, I will also have fun. Unless you ask me, I won't say. In this essay, what you were doing, 2 words, you say. You guys have, you guys have identified and assessed risk. So once you have identified and assessed risk, will you qualify? Will you modify? Tell me. You will try to. Liana, no. You will try to respond. Reduce the risk to an acceptable low level. Right. For that only you have essay 330. So that's why we said we'll do 315 and 330 one after the another. So will you take rest for 1 minute and say 330? Okay. Guys, don't doze off. Be with me. That's right. Yeah, those who are replying, I know you guys are with me. By the way, what smell is coming from the kitchen? Nothing. Chumma, adichu vidu. Already 8. How cruel of you guys. Only focused on essay. Wow. Only focused on essay. Nambita. I mean, I've believed. Audit cooking smell. Someone laugh, no? He's putting so much of comedy and you should laugh. Only audit cooking smell. Please laugh. He's saying so much of comedy and you guys are not even laughing. Shall I laugh for you? Happy? Chapati. Okay, very good. Now time is up. I think, okay, sambar and dosha. Now guys, already I'm hungry. Can we come back to business? That was 1 minute. Refresh time. Now go back to cages. We are watchdog. That's why I use the word cage. So can you go back and can you say 330? I hope you guys are refreshed. Okay, thank you, Global. By the way, in essay 330, what are you going to do? Already, what you have on your hand? Risk. You have identified, you have assessed the risk. 330, you are trying to respond. Auditors' responses to what risk? Assessed risk. 315, we performed wrap. So 330, you will perform what? You will perform further audit procedure to obtain. Why? Audit evidence about what? Assess the risk. Why? To reduce the assessed risk to an what level? Acceptable low level. And you remember, in audit, we can reduce the risk to an acceptable low level. Whereas in review, you can reduce only to an no low, only to an acceptable level. You remember SRE? So this is the objective of essay 330. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the requirements, guys? Requirements of essay 330. See, risk can happen in how many levels? We said overall general and assertion level specific. Now, how would you respond? Okay, overall you can respond. How? And already you know, understand about the entity, you know something. Oh, your risk is high. Okay, so already you know, assess the risk, you know. So you will revise your, I thought it is a good company, but it is not, risk is high. So revise your understanding about the entity. Now you will emphasize on, Ada, you are now doing further procedure, SAP, and I'll come back to that, okay? Emphasize on test of controls and substantive audit procedure or both. Now, this is overall response. Now, very specifically, how you will do nature, timing, and extent of audit procedure. Risk is there in traveling expense, assumed. How risk came, you will see the reasons. Whether it is one time or whether it is frequent, you will see its likelihood. Then you will see its, come on guys, then you will see its significance. If it is significant, you will obtain more persuasive evidence. Now, guys, one of the most important concept I'm asking with that 3:30 is over. Can you explain me? Not explain. Can you just tell me what is this further audit procedure comprise of? Further audit procedure comprises of test of control, where you check the deviations in, and then the deviations in IC. Then you check the details. Substantive audit procedure. In substantive audit procedure, you have two. Test of, this is going like this, test of details and substantive analytical procedure. Okay. Now, test of details will have test of transactions and test of balances. Test of transactions means P&L account item, transaction, vouching. Balances means balance sheet item, verification. Analytical procedure is comparison, SA 520. Someone asked me the difference. Kartika, I don't know who asked me. You asked me the difference between TOT and TOD. TOD split on a TOT. If you check the P&L account item, it is test of transaction. TOT plus TOB is TOD. Guys, celebrations on. Yes. TOD is much wider. Why celebrations on, you know? We have completed 200, 210, already 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 standards Onam alla, not because of Onam. Already we have completed 11 standards, only 9 more standards to go. Oh, wow. 9, I don't know how many, 200. Yes, 9 standard is over. Come on, guys. 9 and 11 standard is over. Only 9 more. Come on, guys. If we can do 11 standards, can't we finish off 9? Come on. Most probably this will be our last session. Let's see whether we want a previous day session. That's we'll see. Let's finish off this in style, no? Tell me. How many sessions we have seen? Shouldn't we finish off this in style, Para? Done, guys. So only two more standard in this series. Which is the next one? 320, materiality. Then 450, evaluation. After that, 5 minutes break. Okay. So after 1 minute, say 320. After 1 minute, Hello. Hello, guys. Are you there? Only one girl reacted. Polama, pogamo. Can we proceed? Pola, pogam. Where to go? Beacha. Coffee day. Where? Dinner. Come on, 320. Oh, pogam. Okay, 320. By the way, we identified risk, you respond. See, you identify and respond to risk only if it is a material. So now comes the materiality. And you remember last session we did a question. Those who have not attended, I'm saying 50, I don't know, 5 crore, I guess. Yeah, 5 crore is the profit. Yeah. In that 5% they fixed 25 lakhs. There was a misstatement of 10 lakh and 20 lakh. Is it material? Answer is no individually, but taken in aggregate. Okay. Practically also you have to understand. Okay. Can we start? 6 minutes is the target. Start. An item is material if its misstatement or omission affects the decision. Oh, by the way, I didn't say the name, but I will come back. If it affects the decision of users of FS. Now we just said materiality can be either individually or in aggregate. And aggregate materiality is in other words called as PM. I'm writing performance materiality. And Infosys materiality and that company. You remember that company? CCC company outside. Different. So it depends upon the nature, size, or both. I may fix 1 lakh, Michelle may fix 2 lakh, Nakshatra may fix 5 lakh. So it depends upon the auditor's professional judgment, user's requirement. But is it affected by AFRS law? Answer is yes. There is an example, not an example, there are 2 examples. You remember any shareholder holding more than Schedule 3, more than 5% should be separately disclosed. Revenue or expense exceeding 1% or 1 lakh should be separately disclosed. Now, materiality comes in which all phases of audit? Materiality comes in planning and performing of audit. And may I know why two phases of materiality? In planning phase, you will determine. In performing phase, you will revise. Can I ask you 5 questions? Yes? Think like this and say, what is a materiality and materiality and risk relationship? What's the relationship between materiality and risk? Direct or inverse? Aditya, Kartika, why? Lalit, YouTube Brutus? Come on, Liana, what happened? Kuta, more items are material. If more items are material, why all are saying direct? More procedure you will perform. If it is more procedure, risk will be less, no? So answer is inverse. Why might it say direct? Convenience. Unborder. SA 320. Why? No need of sorry. Learn from this, okay? Higher the materiality, lower the risk. Inversely related. This question was there in an MTP. Assumption about users. You remember? Auditor will assume that users have knowledge about the business. They take decision based on FS. They know business is uncertain. They know FS are prepared as per materiality. Okay, Ada, what are the factors which affects materiality benchmark? There are 5 factors. Can I say? I'm not writing. I will say. Come here. Nature, size, life cycle, economic environment. 1. Items in FS. Elements of FS. Users requirement. 4. The way it is financed. 5. Volatility of the benchmark. So basically there are 5 factors that affects benchmark. So materiality is there in which all phases? We just said no. Planning phase you will determine. Performing phase you will revise. And even in evaluation, in essay 450 you will consider materiality. Why? 450 essay, if it is a trivial misstatement, you will ignore. Last term, essay is over. When will you revise the materiality? Based on new information, better understanding, circumstances. There is a sentence in your material. Don't use that word, Kuta. New information, better understanding, changes in circumstances. Okay. Trivial means irrelevant, small, kuti. Not here. Trivial word is there in essay 450. If auditor becomes aware of a fact that would have caused the auditor to fix different materiality initially, auditor would revise the materiality. Epidi, how is it? Are we clear with what you call? Clear? So only one more essay, guys. 450. After that, 5 minutes rest. Why? 300, 200 series over, 300, 400 is over, 500 is already done. Then pending is only 600 and 700. 600 is just 2 essays. Kuti. Then 700. Session is over. So take rest for 1 minute and say 450. Okay. After 1 minute, say 450. Yeah? After 1 minute. Yes, yes, that's right. Yes, 330, 450 is their detail, but still we'll revise 450 in how many minutes? You say 450, how many minutes I have to finish? You say the time. 3 minutes, 3 minutes is too short, guys. 4 minutes. Okay. Okay, give me 4 minutes, 55 seconds. We'll finish off. Guys, start. Start. Okay. Now don't disturb me. I will finish off. Essay 450. What is the name? Evaluation of misstatements identified during the audit. 315 you identified the misstatement. 330 you try to respond. If it is material in 320, now you cannot reduce it. Now you are going to evaluate the misstatement. Now, two things you will evaluate. What are those two misstatements? Come on, guys, your objective. Two types of misstatement. No. I'm asking you objective. One, identified misstatement. Second, uncorrected misstatement. Now, if it is uncorrected misstatement, root will go to essay. Even after we have said you're not correcting, root will go to essay 705. You will modify. Now, what is misstatement? It is a difference between what it should be and what it is. Difference between the amounts as per AFRF and the amounts as per books FS. It can be because of wrong presentation, wrong valuation, wrong classification. One thing I left off. Very good. Wrong disclosure. It can be either knowingly or unknowingly. Can arise either due to fraud or error. Even this question we discussed in the last session. Examples or sources of misstatement. Data wrong, policy wrong, judgment wrong, estimate wrong, or omission. Now think practically. You are the auditor. Okay. We said objective. We said what is misstatement. Now requirements. Requirements of essay 450. Think that you are the auditor. What will you do? Purchase some misstatement, sale some misstatement. Lot of misstatement you have identified. First step you will accumulate. Unless trivial. Trivial means chota, jujupi, aya, silly. Now, all these misstatement together exceeds my materiality. So I have to change my strategy plan program. So I will communicate and ask. I will accumulate the correct, I will accumulate identified misstatement. Then I will consider how this misstatement is affecting my materiality strategy plan. I will communicate and ask management to correct the misstatement. Now I will evaluate the effect of which misstatement? uncorrected misstatement. If they don't correct, I will ask the reason. Hey, management, tell me why. Now I will communicate with TCWG if it is significant. Now, if TCWG says if it is immaterial, obtain a written representation, SA 580. Now, for future reference, you will document SA 230. So, this is the requirement. Timer stop. I don't know how many minutes I took. I said 4 minutes, 55 seconds. No, it should be less than 5 minutes, Kuta. No, not 5. Four, huh? Okay. Come on. With that, 300, 400 series is over. Okay. So guys, sit and celebrate. 300, 315, 330, 320, 450. Wow, wow, wow. And by the way, 500 series, and I will put the entire playlist video in the description of this video. Please go through. 500, 501, 505, 510, 520, 530, 550, 560, 570, 580. Okay. So I'm not touching. So take 5 minutes off. After that, sharp fifth minute, we'll start. Starting with which series? 600. 600 series, just 2 essays, okay? 10 minutes, we'll finish off that, then 700. So, yeah. Sharp fifth minute. Okay. So, guys, it's general talk. We have decided something. Okay. So, our target is we should finish this. If we don't finish off, we will feel something, no? If we have put something, if we have decided to do, you should not turn back, or you should not stop until you have achieved what you guys are decided. Because CA students are not normal. We guys are unstoppables, right? So I'll just play some video, okay? Random video I'm playing. So Malayalam I'm not playing because there are a lot of people who don't understand Malayalam. I'll just play some random video, okay? Something I'm playing, okay? So don't misunderstand, okay? So just let me know if you can hear the voice, huh? Okay? Maybe you have heard this. Let me know. But I don't know whether you hear the echo. If you are hearing, put here H. But I think you will hear the echo. Iffy. Now everything is gone. So I think I can't share this because streaming is going on. So I'm really sorry, guys, since streaming is going on. That's why. Sorry. After we stop the class, I'll play that. Okay. Since already streaming, at the end we can. Yes. So talk something. Talk something. Yes. You asked me something, no? Instead of me saying, now you ask. Tip, okay. You asked me specifically. 600 in our RTP, they did not say. So maybe in the future, it will be. So we will pass by then. Maybe in the CA final, when we study, we will study the amended. We will pass in September attempt. So as usual, others, last 1 minute, kindly stay back up after we end it. As usual. Oh, oh, that beagle. Why, I asked about the beagle because I also have the beagle. I love pet. So that's why I asked you about the beagle. Name or why I thought you asked about my dog name, Rocky. Me and my son. Okay, both are dog craze. Actually, both, but if he buys some dogs, it will fall on my head only. I love dogs. That's why I asked you. The last 30 seconds. This girl is sitting with the timer, I guess. Ooh. Audit of different entities. See, audit of different entities. Did you see the tips video, Kuta? Sini? Items in FS as well as different entities. Did you see the tips video? I've put a tips video for both these chapters. Kanda. Acho, just go to the YouTube and can you just see and reply back? Can you just message me? Okay. Others, those who have gone for the dinner, are you guys back? Yes, Michelle. I will share the video. Very good, Srividya. Tini, please do that. Eda, hi, who all are there? Can you put? Ready? 600 series. Just 10 minutes, we'll finish off. 600 to 699. Please, 500 series, see the video. 600 to 699. May I know what is the speciality of 600 series? No specialty. What? Using the work of others. Who are you? Auditor. You are using the work of others. How many essay in total? 600, 610, 620. By the way, 620 is not there in syllabus. Okay. Now, 600. You are using the work of. Come on, guys, support. You are using the work of other or another auditor. At a company audit, there is a section called as branch audit. 143.8. Or this essay 600, you will think only when you see the components. 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 A component will include 5 things. Branch, subsidiary, joint venture, associate, divisions. So you are called as the principal auditor. You are using the work of another auditor or other auditor. You have to see whether his work is adequate. Why? I used his work. I didn't know. You can't escape. You will be held solely responsible. Meaning, you cannot relieve from your responsibility. So this principal auditor will give a advice. Another auditor, branch auditor, do like this, okay? He can give a checklist, questionnaire, timetable. He can also visit the component. But who can visit? Is it principal auditor or another auditor? Principal auditor. Plus, principal auditor will perform audit procedure on the work. This SA 600 will not apply if component is immaterial. And if component is immaterial, it won't affect his opinion. So guys, basically SA 600 in the examination hall, think only if you hear about some subsidiary, associate, joint venture, branch, divisions. Principal auditor, PA. AA is another auditor. Principal auditor. Kartika? Main auditor, holding company auditor, head office auditor. Guys, if that is clear, can we say 610? I said no, the series will be over like this. 610 is important. We see a lot of questions here and there. Okay. What is 610, guys? Using the work of IA, internal auditor. And when you hear internal auditor, Caro, wherever you go, I'm there. Caro, clause number 14. Then SA 610 will come. Plus section 138 of Companies Act. No need of detail. Now here you were called as principal auditor. Here 610 you are called as what auditor? Very good, Amal. Others? You are called as the external auditor. You are using the work of internal auditor. EA is external auditor, IA is internal auditor. Now, why do you want to use his work? Why are you using his or her work? One, to obtain evidence as a partial substitution, or to seek the, please count for me the inventory, to seek the direct, come on, assistance. And I use the word assistance. Now, internal auditor means he's a person, okay? Independently consulting who sees internal control, risk management, one more area, governance. Ada, are you guys following? Give me a reply. No, others? Now, very important. Give me 3 minutes. We will finish off. Second point. Internal auditor is a person who examines internal control, risk management, governance inside the company. That's the second point. Why are you using? One, to obtain evidence. Second, to seek the direct assistance. Okay. So what is external auditor's considerations? I will say it in 2 languages. Use ചെയ്യണോ ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ എത്രത്തോളം എന്നിട്ട് use பண்ணணுமா எவ்வளோ use பண்ணணும் then you use whether to use. So first consideration is whether to use. If to use, what extent, nature and extent, then you will use. Now guys, in certain cases you cannot use their work, like, can you say 3 or 4 cases? One, lack of, and I'm not writing, Okay, I'm not writing. Lack of professional competence. Prohibited by law. Lack of systematic and professional approach. No, I'm asking you when you could not use. Threat, objectivity. In these areas, you should not use. Nakshatra, Neha, you're saying in which area you should use less. I'm asking, use pannave kudadu, you should not use. Use cheduda, I'm saying. No competence, law prohibits you, threat is there, he's not systematic and disciplined, you should not use. Now, in which area you can use more? Like in routine area, internal control, transaction checking, counting of inventory. In which area you should use less? Now you say areas involving judgment, areas involving high risk. You understood that? Now you use. Before you use, you discuss with management. Discuss with internal auditor. Read his report. There should be a proper communication and coordination. Can you seek the direct assistance of internal auditor in every area? Answer is no. Again, not in areas that involve high risk, not in areas that involve significant judgment. Even if you seek his assistance, you shall, external auditor shall direct, supervise and review. Are we clear? $620 is not there in syllabus. I'll say in 30 seconds. $620 is using the work of auditor's expert. But which other essay came to your mind? Karthik Cup. 500 is management expert. That you have to study in detail. As of now, 620 is not there in syllabus. 500 is management expert, 620 is auditor's expert. Okay, now time to rest and for the doubts. Now wait. More this area. Internal control, more you can use. Try testing of the transaction, testing of inventory, testing of compliance. Liana, there will be an agreement, Kuta. And you can use management also. You can ask the management. See, in fact, internal auditor work is threat. You know why? Because conflict of responsibility, he's a part of management, biases will be there. Yes. And I'm not touching every point. That's there. Smiley, please. Those who are still there. Those who are there, we said 10 minutes, we have finished. Those who are still there, please smile. So guys, 200 over, 300 over, 400 over, 500. We have already completed, so didn't touch. 600 over. Now, just last series. Okay, ma'am, too much. Already it's 2.5 hours. Let's finish off. We'll see 700 later. To give up, it takes only 1 second. Just think. Okay, guys. Let's see 700 later on. Okay. No. I'm just saying. Don't go, okay? Just to give up. Okay. We don't want to do. Okay, we can't do. ഇത് പറയാനേ, just to say this, it just takes 1 second. To end this meet, I will just take 1 second to end. Okay. But to finish off, to achieve what we have thought, that takes struggle. In your life, you would have gained something very easily. You just think without even struggling, you would have earned something. Earned means not money, maybe a gift which you would have earned very easily, you would not value it. But something which you have, you have long, you have thought, you wanted it so long, you have struggled, lot of pain. Isn't it that which you value it lifelong? Tell me yes, no. I'm not asking you about CA course. I'm just asking you about your real life. Like that, I'm not saying about this session. Like that, I know there are few people who may feel, ma'am, we have been attempting it. Okay, past is past. Leave the past. Now we are in present. And we have a future also, which is September 24. Let's see that. But one advice is there, a lot of advice, just one advice right now before we start 700. Don't think about result. Think about the exams now. Yo, ma'am, we have written the exam. What if it is negative? Don't think. Concentrate on what you have studied, what we have revised, what is in the exam question paper. Don't think about the result. If you think, you will be tensed. If you're tensed, you will tend to forget. Okay. So with those words, 30 seconds you rest. After that, say 700. Okay. Let's finish off, guys. Just think of that screen, that pinkish color. A white color screen also it will come. Pinkish color, violet color screen where it will come your name. You imagine your name. And below that, aggregate and successful. Wow, no, it's wow, wow, wow. Costing, wow. Auditing, wow. And what FM and SM, wow. And first group, if it is there, that's also wow, wow, wow. Ade, can I go to 700? Uh-huh. So guys, let's rock it. 700 series. And unless you guys put ready, I won't start. 5 essays, each essay 5 minutes. So 25 minutes, we'll wind up. Okay? Huh. So 700 to 799, it's audit conclusion and reporting. Like 200 series is general principles, 300 is planning and risk assessment, 500 is evidence, 600 is using the work of others, 700 you are, excuse me, concluding and reporting. How many essays? 5. What are those essays? 700 you will form the opinion with the most significant matter in 701, key audit matter, CAM. 705 you will modify. 706 emphasis of matter para, other matter para. Then 710 comparatives. Now one essay is there, not in syllabus, just for reference, 720, which is other information. Great. So can we take off with the seat belt? Actually, 700 series, 2 essays are related. Anyone? One 570. What is 570? How? Going concern. How going concern is related with 700? Going concern para is there in audit report. Second essay is 510. 510 is related with 710. Okay. Okay. So can we start? Which is the first essay? At every essay, 5 minutes. Come on. 700. What is 700? Forming an opinion and reporting on FS. And as the essay name itself suggests, opinion form, report. Opinion form, report. What happened? Okay. So what is the objective of this essay? Form the opinion and give the written report. Now, before you give the report, what you have to evaluate? Whether obtained sufficient and appropriate evidence. Whether you obtained evidence. Then whether there are uncorrected misstatements. Which essay did we say? 450. Uncorrected misstatements. Now, whether there is management biases, lack of neutrality. And you will specifically evaluate. Accounting policy consistent, whether it is disclosed, terms appropriate. All those you will check. And you will report. Information is reliable. I didn't complete it. What opinion you will give in essay 700? You will give a unqualified opinion. So where is the other 3 opinion? That is in essay 705. Now this essay also prescribes form and content of audit report. Now basically audit report has 13 or we can say 14 elements. Can we say, I'm not writing, can we say the 14 elements? Can I stop the screen? Title, addressee, body, opinion, basis for opinion. 2 new para. Going concern, material uncertainty on going concern, key audit matter, other information. 2 people's responsibility, management responsibility, auditor's responsibility. Now, auditor's responsibilities, location. Now, essay matters over, other matter, legal, other legal and regulatory reporting requirements. Body over. Whose body? Audit report. Now, signature with UDIT. Place, date. You remember last session we were discussing about date of signature, issuance of report. This opinion can be either, we already said up, fair presentation framework, compliance presentation framework. When will you give a unqualified opinion? Financial shows true and fair view, or financials is prepared in all material aspects. No material misstatement, no adverse comments, FSS as per AFRF law. Are you clear with essay 700? I think you don't need rest, no? 701, can you say? After that, 1 minute off. So 701, 701, some other essay has a link of 701. Startingly, we discussed essay 260. Communicating key audit matter, key, mukyamana, important, vilya, significant. Key audit matter means, is it more significant or is it significant? Key audit matter means it is most significant matter selected from TCWG matter in SA 260. Basically, key audit matter is applicable to which entity audit? See, listed entity audit. You know why? For listed entity, transparency should be more. Or if it is prescribed by law, like public interest entity, or if it is determined by auditor. See, these two cases, it is mandatory. If it is a listed entity, you should communicate. Even if there is no key audit matter, you should put the para. Which matter you will communicate as key audit matter? Is it ROMM or is it MM? I'm sorry. Risk of material misstatement or material misstatement? It is risk. Matters involving high ROMM or significant risk. Which essay came to your mind? Srividya, MM will go to essay 705 Kutta. 315. Then accounting estimates having high estimation uncertainty. 540 essay. Now, effect of any events or transactions on audit. In a two cases, you should not include CAM. CAM padilla. You should not include CAM. When one, precluded by law. Illegal matters you cannot say as CAM. Second thing is, adverse consequences outweigh the benefit. One more thing is there. Very good, Lalit. If it is disclaimer of opinion. But I think you understood that. So if it is precluded by law, illegal matters you can't. If you are saying something to the users and users feel, why this auditor said this? He doesn't have any other job. Okay, no. Adverse is more than benefit, then don't put. If it is disclaimer, how can you say, without even getting any information, how can you say it is significant, more significant? Last question. CAM is not a substitute. Meaning, objective of CAM is only to give transparency, additional information. It is not a substitute for opinion, modification, material uncertainty, disclosure. It's only an additional communication. EU is estimation uncertainty. And a CAM is significant to the auditor. It is not to the user. It's something significant. That's why you call it as key audit matter. Wow, Janaki, you are replying it very good. Okay, Kartika. Significant to the users, is it in, it is in 706. And I'll say like this, 700 you will give clean opinion. 701 most significant to the auditor. Misstatements unavailability in 705. And 706, it's not for you, it's not a misstatement, but still you want to let users know. Adine UMP, OMP 706. Makla, Kanmanis, 1 minute. After that, say 705. We have did 17 essays. 18, 19, 20, just 3 more. You want me to drink water? Okay, I'll drink water. Why reminder for water? Stay hydrated. Oh my God. Please. Ada, can you please, Ada, I don't know where you guys are going. Can you say 705? Caring. I know, I understand. Ma'am, drink water and give us rest. I understand. Just joking. Don't. Okay, 705. Actually, this is like your weapon. Okay. 705 is what? Modification to opinion. Its name is incomplete. Modifications to opinion in independent auditor's report. Independent auditor's report is the title. So when you modify two cases, one, FS are not free of material misstatement, meaning FS has material misstatement due to fraud or error. Second, unable to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Now, guys, can you say which opinion you will give? Material misstatement, not pervasive. Which opinion? Qualified. Material misstatement, pervasive. Adverse. Unavailability of evidence, not pervasive. You didn't hear. Qualified. Ayyada. Ma'am, only left is disclaimer, so we've typed it. Qualified. And unavailability of evidence, pervasive. Disclaimer. Okay. And so two things you guys were evaluating. One, materiality. 320. And if it is immaterial, you will give clean opinion. If it is not pervasive, you will give qualified. If it is pervasive, either disclaimer or adverse. So indirectly, you are evaluating materiality and pervasiveness. Pervasive means widely spread. Persuasive means convincing. Corroborative means supporting. Now, guys, in case of disclaimer of opinion, danger. There are a few things you have to take care. One, opinion parallel, first sentence you have to amend. What? We have conducted audit? No, we were engaged to conduct the audit. Then, basis for opinion para won't have a sentence, we believe we obtained sufficient and appropriate evidence. Can should not be included. Auditor's responsibility para also you have to amend. Why? We obtain reasonable assurance, you can't say. Now, if limitations imposed by management and you want to give disclaimer, you can withdraw. Does that make sense? Essay 210, we studied this. If there is a limitations and if it is not reasonable and management is not allowing you, you can withdraw. Yes. Before you withdraw, of course, for every withdraw, you have to see legal requirement and you will communicate. You won't go like that. Come on, guys. Manikuti, I mean, timer is ticking. We just have 10 minutes to go. Just two more essays. So 700, you have formed the opinion, clean opinion. 701, key audit matter, something significant to the auditor, most significant. 705, misstatement, unavailability of evidence. Now, 706, it's not significant to the auditor, not can. It's not misstatement, so not modification, but still it is important to the users. Therefore, EOMP, OMP. Yes, Kartika. So others, can you give me a promotion by saying 706, please? Come on, guys. Finishing off. So what are those two paragraphs? I'm writing here, emphasis of matter para and other matter para. So can you say what is the common between these two? Both the paragraph. See, when we said 14 content, title, addressee to date, place, signature, signature, place, date, we didn't say this. Why? Both these paragraphs can be included in auditor's professional judgment only. Why? Both these paragraphs is an additional para in audit report. Both these paragraphs are to invite attention of users. By whom? Auditor. Did you understand the similarity? Both these paragraphs can be included in APJ, Auditor's Professional Judgment, additionally to invite attention of users by auditor. If it is significant to auditor, can. Misstatement, modification. Here, users important. Now, may I know the difference between UMP and OMP? One is a matter which is properly PD is presented or disclosed in FS. Second is other than a matter which is properly presented or disclosed in FS. You remember last session we discussed early application of new AS, pending litigation. Example here. One example of other matter para. Predecessor auditor CA, global. Subsidiary company auditor CA Nakshatra. I'm just saying the people name I'm saying in the last. Why are you saying UMP? For better understanding of FS. Why are you saying OMP? Why am I saying last year auditor CA global? To clarify audit report or my responsibility. Oh, if there is any issue in last year, go and catch him. I don't know. The UMP should not be included if it is a CAM or if it is a modification. OMP should not be included if it is a CAM or if it is prohibited by law. Where will you include these para? I'm asking you evidence. Where? Audit report. Where? One is above CAM or below basis. Another is below CAM. Where you put the heading, describe the matter, drafting. How was that, guys? Ade Aisha, you put the heading, then you describe the matter, and you will say, our opinion is not modified. Ada, can I ask you something? 700, 705, 700, 701, 705, 706. Okay, 700 you form the opinion, 701 CAM, 705 modification, 706. Everything was which years? Current period. Now in 710, you are going to talk about the prior period. So guys, only that. So 19 essays are over. That's the 20th essay. 10 o'clock is the target. Sharp 30 seconds. I wanted you to say 710. Sharp 30 seconds. Come on. But others, can I have a start? Okay. 710. What is 710? Till now, we were saying current period opinion, current period CAM, current period modification, current period UMP, OMP. Now, this is about the prior period. Now, this essay name is comparative information. How many approach? Two approach. It can be either two approach. Like it can be either corresponding figures, or it can be one more comparative FS. Now, I wanted you to like UMP, OMP. Can you say the similarity? Both the cases, it refers to amounts and disclosures of prior period. Both the cases, you are the auditor of current period. Last period, no. Say nakshatra, prior period. Both the cases, you will include OMP. If prior, I'm not writing. Both the period, you will include other matter para. Essay 706. If prior period is unaudited or it is audited by predecessor auditor. Did you understand the similarity between corresponding figures and comparative? Both are prior period. Both I am the current period auditor. Both the cases you can include OMP if you are not the last year auditor or last year is unaudited. So that's why 710 has a link with which essay? Change 7 with 5, 510. Now what's the difference? Can you say the difference between two approach? First approach, it is the integral part. Corresponding figures column is an integral part of current period. But those people who are confused with 710, YouTube have put a separate video on 710. Please refer. This is just a summary. Integral part. Here it is not an integral part. Why are you including this? Why corresponding figures? Only you current year traveling expense. Last year it was only this much to be read with the current period. This is for the purpose of comparison, like trend. Here my opinion will refer only to current period, except in two cases. What are those two cases where your opinion will also refer to prior period? One, prior period is unaudited. Unaudited. Second, audited by predecessor auditor, and there is a modification which is unresolved. Whereas in comparative FS, your opinion shall refer to each period, for every period. If differences of opinion, you will add a other matter para. What happened? Come on, ask me what happened. You are the auditor of current period. You come across a material misstatement in prior period. What will you do? Two things. Evaluate its impact in current period. Second, you will communicate with management. You will ask the predecessor auditor to be informed. And you will, management will ask him to amend. Okay. So basically in these two approach together, corresponding plus comparative FS, together you call it as comparative information. Two approaches. In India, or usually we go for corresponding only. With that, time up. Can you just look in the watch? Watch, பாருங்களேன். Noku. We said 10 and we have finished 10. So guys, don't go, just give me 1 minute. I'll end the live and come back to you guys. Wait, I think I don't know how the session was. Please, I just wanted one thing for those who are watching it on the live on the YouTube and those kids who are in the here also. I just wanted for my satisfaction, if the session was useful to you in one way or the another, please put a comment that how the session was, and we will be successful as a comment, not here in the chat box in the YouTube. Will you guys do that? Even for those who are watching it later also, how the session was. And more important is, we will be successful. I want each and every one of you to trust yourself. Okay. Most of the students lack is self-confidence. Ma'am, can we do? See, I've seen CA students in various phases. Around last 16 years, I've been 15 years plus. I've been into teaching, so I know. Okay, so I've seen students, no, we can't do. After some time, they'll say, we want to do. Then how to do? Then after much thing, they'll say, we will try to do. We will do. And when the result comes and after Winners Day or something like that, maybe an ICI meeting or something, we have done it. Okay. So what I wanted, now you guys are in which stage? We will do it. Okay. And I wanted you to say, not here, okay, not here, not here, not here, because I want others also, those who are watching later on also, to do that. Okay. So please, I will upload in the YouTube also. So please go to that and say how the session was. And more important, say we will be, come on, say they're not here. We will be successful. Okay. Trust yourself, trust in the process. Don't think about the result. As I told earlier also, a video also I've put, if you are just thinking about the destination and driving the car, won't you hit somewhere? Tell me. You're just thinking the place where you're reaching without even saying where and how to change the gear without seeing the road. That's how many of the students are. See what you're doing. Study, study, study. Present is in your hand. Future is not in our hands now. So result, don't think, but present, you study. Now, half of the time some of the students are thinking about the results, how the exam, will it be tough? Pass percentage, will it be like that? May exam, it was good. Will it be like that? How the pass percentage? Why? Future, we can't. Like we said, inherent limitations of audit. Future, we can't predict. Same way. But present, you can control. That's the only thing which we can do. So that when you turn back and look, you panirklamo, padikkamayirunno, we should have studied more. That guilty conscience we should not feel, right? So that's it, guys. You guys wait for a minute. Others on the live, Tata, as I said, just put a comment, okay?